Alright, what's going on, everybody? This is Zana. I'm gonna update you on the status of AVA dog tag, and some other stuff, and basically why AVA dog tag exists. So let's just get started. So this is like the intro page for for AVA dog tag, the new game. You can sign up here to play the closed beta, which will be soon, and then the game's going to be released before the end of the year, according to Mythsky. So let's just show this video real quick.
Well,
just, Jeremy, so you can not blame me when I'm wrong, if I'm wrong. Which I'm
so
not,
how much time left for
we'll
the
see.
game to launch? It's going to be summer this year. I cannot give you an exact date, I'm afraid.
There you go. So let's quickly discuss all the points that we know about AVA dog tag. It'll be Steam exclusive. It'll be self-published and developed by Redduck. It's a completely new game, so no migration of accounts, which was obvious because you probably have millions of euros and thousands of red tickets. The name will be AVA dog tag, although I think it should be AVA Uprising or AVA Duality. Those are some names that I've been thinking of yesterday. AVA dog tag is just eh. I mean, it's even in the trailer. Look, it's coming out of sand. And someone's just pinged me on Discord. Alright, we'll get back to you soon, RNC. You're going to be in my videos, so congrats. It'll be free to play and not pay to win, although its sister website, I mean, there's two websites. This link, I'm pretty sure is official, and this is what you're gonna see after this will go. And this is so strikingly similar to Black Squad because they had this sort of beta alpha website where you put your email in. This is how you're gonna sign up to the closed beta, by the way. So if you scroll all the way down or click on Get Benefits over here, put your name, email. This Steam ID, that's mine. Don't sign up with it. I don't think you can because I used it. If you want that Steam ID, you put your username in. So that's mine. Don't add me. You look for Steam ID 32, which is over there, and then you copy this and then put that in to your Steam account ID. I originally didn't know this multiple Steam account IDs existed. I just put my username in, so hopefully I'm signed up. Should I sign up again? Help? I don't know. I should ask about that, to be honest. This is so strikingly similar to the Black Squad website last June when it first came out. I was involved with Black Squad for a lot. I've been a partner for them and head moderator for their old Discord. 50,000 members. Although they've moved down, so many things have changed. I don't get why it says buy now here. This might be the sort of premium sort of intro packages, founders packages, as Black Sword called it when they first came out with it. But it's going to be free to play. This is the official statement. What the hell just happened? I should disable this. 1 second, I'm going to disable an add-on. Whoops. Okay. Updated graphics. Latest version of Unreal Engine 3 will be used. Not UE4, thank God, because I've got PUBG that runs on UE4 and I can't even get past the lobby, so that's good. New UI optimization. We're going to go through the UI and I'm going to probably tweet this out again so people can further familiarize themselves with what's going to be the UI that we're going to get. So, I've described it here completely. It's got a PUBG feel. You've got your 3 modes, Demolition, Escort Team Deathmatch. And I think what they're going to do is start off with that. And then they'll go... They'll move on to Escape. Sorry, I was confused there because I thought maybe Escape would be under the custom tab here. I don't really understand why they would remove Escape. Because if you go down here, hey look, they talk about improving eboat and just quality of objects and characters and stuff, and they're all from eboat. But anyway, you got your map, cannon, class stats, so it's really neat and shiny and new. And then you've got all your guns here. If anyone's been following my thread, you'll know that they're planning to port a lot of guns from Metro Conflict, which was one of their failed games. Twice failed actually. It was released, failed, re-released, failed again. You got your. Doesn't look like an A94 though. I think it says that, but like I can't make out what these are. Apart from that might be a Winchester, that might be a G36. That might be the SIG carbine which we've had, but I don't know. It's you can't tell. That's the ARX. That's 100% an ARX. And then you got your M4. Victory screen. Level up. Those are the graphics. I think I'll post this again on Twitter. And then you've got these new modes, Escort 2.0, where you can sort of self-drive towards the target in the tank, which is actually pretty cool because the tank being fixed was just kind of horrible, especially when it turned around corners. Okay, so there'll be an esports focus. It's worth mentioning that Mythsky he's a main part of this. He was called by Redduck for a 1-hour meeting to discuss AVA dog tag. You need to know that AVA dog tag is a huge experiment on Redduck's part. And we, as EU NA citizens, are their guinea pigs, right? They're not going to put this in the Oriental versions right now. No, they're not going to do that because their main priority in terms of the business side, which most gamers forget, is that they have to make money. They've lost so much money. We'll talk about that later in depth. But they need to make money. And Korea and the other versions have not been announced closed down because they're making enough money, a lot of money, enough for them to survive. I mean, they're at a survival state now. Usually a company would start off at the survival stage and then, you know, if you've done business studies, you know, move on to the growth stage and then the profit stage. But, you know, I don't think they've gone to the profit stage and now they're back because a lot of managerial decisions just gone wrong. I will discuss that. That's the main focus of the video, why this is happening, because no one really knows why AVA Dog Tag has been released as soon as it was announced that our current AVA is dying. I mean, it's just, to the normal gamer that doesn't know much about what's going on, it's sort of hypocritical almost. The anti-cheats battle eye, and there'll be Steam Market integration, so it's looking a lot like Black Squad. I wonder why. Neowiz, Redduck, right? And I'm not sure if I told you this at the start of the video, but it's so strikingly... Okay, yes I did. I remember that because I said strikingly about 100 times. But yeah, it just looks so the same as it was last year when Black Squad started out. And just to summarize, like they're trying to go back to 2010, 2011 when everything was good, when they're really at the top of the growth stage, and they were in the profit stage, and they were trying to take that profit up and up and develop the game. Of course, the product manager that was around at Idji's time, which I believe is mostly responsible for that success, he left. So, you know, he's back now actually, so that's good. Hopefully he hasn't changed much because he was good before. But that's everything about AVA Dog Tag. So we should just move on to what my ex-Redduck... Oh no, actually, I'm going to answer... No, I'm not. I was meant to answer a lot of Q&As because this video was supposed to be out 2 months ago. And this was before Dog Tag. These questions and answers came from a conference that Redduck and Neowiz did. Because basically what happened was... And what's kind of happening is that there's a relationship between Redduck and Neowiz in Korea. Neowiz is the publisher there, and Redduck is the developer. But because Redduck have had so many bad managerial decisions, not only have Neowiz, who is the face of the community there, the same way that Unmass is the face of the community for AVA here, they have been getting like no information from Redduck. So guess what happens? The community's all confused and stuff, and you alleviate confusion by getting answers to questions, right? Which is what's happened here. But these don't really apply to us anymore. Maybe less so these questions and answers, the non-technical ones here. But obviously some of these have been confirmed, like this one. Do you want to add the classic servers back? I'll try to think about the gun before K2. I haven't put too much effort into translating this into perfect English because there are 83 questions. But hey, enough about me and my struggles. Me being an operative, no, sorry. Oh god, I just... me being denied an operative on the day that it was announced that AVA was going to shut down. And anyway, let's talk a bit about what has led up to this catastrophic failure in AVA in the system. So originally there were four games that Redduck had: AVA Mobile, Metro Conflicts, and I don't know the fourth one. I don't think it had a name. There was another one, but it wasn't a first-person shooter. It was like a MOBA. But that's not the point. These are the three games that are pivotal to what happened. So originally they went through a lot of product manager and product developer roles. The CEO remained the same. I think he's still in charge to this date, or maybe it's changed, I don't know. But they went through a lot of those changes in 2015. It's in 2013-14 that's when things started going bad. But 2015, that was the worst of it. AVA Mobile started in early 2015. This guy, James, might be a fake name that I've used to cover up his real name. He joined in December 2014. So let's talk a bit about AVA Mobile. Now, contrary to popular belief, AVA Mobile was a glaring success to Redduck. It got them a deal with a Japanese publisher for 4 million over here. You can see that as 4 million. But before AVA Mobile, they were developing another game, but because they ran out of money, they fired about 20 people. All I know about that game is that they signed with they signed with a Japanese publisher. So the seven members taken from the AVA PC and Metro team, and James was part of the AVA PC team. They started developing AVA Mobile. They made a prototype and went to G-Star, which is a Korean gaming expo. Looks kind of cool, to be honest. And I do want to visit Korea and Japan. Hey, maybe when they put up the AWC AIC qualifiers here, I might get to go. Who knows? Anyway, so they went to the trade show. They did well. They did extremely well. And as I said, they signed for a 4 million sort of contract. And so they started hiring people like crazy, right? That's what you do, so you can try to get the game out quicker or whatever. And so it grew to 35 people. And so it was invested into a newly formed company, RD Mobile, Redduck Mobile, which is a sister company. But the CEO, he needed money for AVA and Metro Conflict, right? And AVA Mobile started running out of money quickly. 4 million actually is not that much. Not that, especially when you've gone from 6 to 30 and 35, and then you've still got two games, one which is flailing from bad managerial decisions, and one which will fail at this point, will fail, and then will fail again, and have it end completely. So yeah, Metro wasn't making any money, and they were just burning through money really quick. And in December 2016, they ran out of money because guess what? James didn't get his paycheck from Christmas, which is kind of, even I'm annoyed by that, because I don't like people will lie, and Redduck has lied many times, especially to publishers. Like, everyone's blaming en masse for what's going on. Oh yeah, en masse, look at you and your crappy updates. You know, we don't need the CAC or the AK bot, we just want new maps, new modes, a good anti-cheat. It's look, if you just, I'm just going to skip to this because this is so important. I asked him what happens to our feedback that we give to them. RD is 100%, this is from him, RD is 100% made profits they can't keep to publishers, which is why they're in debt. As devs, we don't get feedback from players. And if we do, it's from KR because it's so much stronger than international. Everything we told them, all our petitions or polls or discussions I've had in the forums, they've gone all to waste. Right? Because they don't get the information. Maybe the product manager has done in the recent past, but he's like, no, right? And they've just been listening to the crew because they're getting hundreds upon hundreds, thousands of players playing it. But back to AVA Mobile. So they've got so many pay delays now because they're running out of money. And they run out again in May of 2017. So now, if you're running out of money and you have an asset, you're going to use that asset. And the only asset they had was AVA Mobile, an unfinished game which was eventually released because they had no choice. It wasn't finished, but with a few more touches and 15 to 18 working hours a day, they would release an unfinished product which will eventually fail. But the CEO, being the CEO, didn't want to give up on it. I think maybe at this point he realized that AVA was just a false hope and Metro Conflict was already dead by that time, so AVA Mobile had to, you know, conjure up some sort of success to make up for, you know, for the losses of money. So then they made a deal to sell AVA, the one we love and know, to Nexon, INC Softs. It's one of the companies, I'm not sure. I think it might have been Nexon. But they had soon cancelled the contract, and I could see why. There's so many bugs in this game. Actually, recently I've been making a list, and I'm going to open them and just... You can pause the video and read all of them. There's so many, from like some of the minor ones, you know, spawning crouch, to just you can literally throw a nade at someone at certain spots on the map, and because there is this items, like there's this painting on the wall, it's somehow messed with the mechanics of the game. You just completely tank it as if the nade didn't exist, and you can spawn in opposite spawns, and I've seen that, you know, enough times to know that it's just a critical bug. So I can see why Nexon sold it back to Redduck, and at this point they were in deep trouble, because they had to give the money back. So the AVA Mobile team disbanded, Metro Conflict team disbanded. They had to do that, and almost all the original AVA devs, they left, and they lost a lot of important people, like business managers and lead programmers. One of which was James, and he was working on AVA a long time ago, in 2014, 2015, and it's just, you know, that's really it. But I did ask him a couple more questions, if UAVA would be reinstated. He said he said yes, because it's sound really busy. So I was more hopeful at this point. This was before I knew about AVA dog tag. But this just hurts. Like, I feel so sorry for en masse for this. Area games less so, because they had all the resources they needed, but they didn't do anything with it. And the stuff they did do with it, just terrible. And they, you know, we continued talking. Connection between publisher and devs is maintained by the CEO and the business manager, and they failed pretty hard. So, you know, no wonder we didn't get much from EME, as he says. And then he reassured the fact that we never got direct requests from publishers, and if we did, the lead project manager never conveyed it. Apart from AVA Mobile's Game On publisher, the Japanese publisher, which took on AVA Mobile, as I said before. I think I'm going to post some of this on Twitter, but I hope that's cleared up some of the confusion